was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough.
You didn't tell me about that. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
No, I got a phone call from Kirk Burrows. And Kirk Burrows, and I ain't gonna even give this guy no play. Not Kirk Burrows, but one of the puff dudes that I know that's real close to him said, Kirk told me, yo, he wanna reach out to you, Gene. He wanna speak to you. I said, speak to me for what?
Shocking new revelations surface surrounding Sean Diddy Combs and his family as accusations against his sons, Justin and Christian Combs, rock the headlines. With lawsuits piling up, disturbing allegations paint a picture of a family entangled in a web of dark secrets. But what exactly are the Combs?
We're waiting to get this hearing started. It was interesting, too, because this time around, you know, Diddy was brought in first. He was brought in about a couple minutes after 2 p.m. today. And we were all kind of waiting to see. We had heard mumblings that his mom might be in courtroom, that we were waiting for the children, but then nothing happened. But then, in another twist and turn, the children do walk in. But this time it was a lot smaller bunch than it was the last time. So last time you're having all of Diddy's children, except with the exception of Love, who is just a 2-year-old child, so she wasn't at court, but you had all of Diddy's children there except Love. But this time around you just had Justin Combs and Christian Combs, meaning that there was no Quincy there today. Delilah and Jesse weren't there. Chance wasn't there, and the caretakers of his younger children who aren't of age just yet, they were not present inside the courtroom as well.
Brothers involved in. And could they be following in their father's footsteps? It all starts with the leaked phone call between Diddy and his son. What was he trying to tell Justin? And how deep do the Combs family ties go into a world of scandal, manipulation, and deceit? The pattern is eerily similar to Diddy's own alleged.
Here is the other thing with Mr. Burgess. He apparently says he owns the rights to a book that was reportedly based on the alleged memoir of Kim Porter. In fact, according to TMZ, Burgess' phone was seized by the feds, and on it was a copy of a flash drive with material that was used in this book. Here's the problem. Christian and Quincy Combs, these are the sons of Diddy and Kim Porter. Quincy's actually adopted by Diddy. But they are reportedly fighting back, and they have sent Burgess a cease and desist letter to prevent the further sale of this book. They argue this is just an attempt to capitalize on Porter's fame and that they own the rights to her IP, her intellectual property.
Crimes, drugging victims, orchestrating illicit encounters, and forcing people into horrifying situations. But now Justin Combs and his brother Christian find themselves accused of playing a significant role in their father's alleged crimes. February 2023, Rodney Lil Rod Jones files a civil lawsuit against Diddy, and in a twist that no one saw, coming
from Diddy in prison was talking about getting rid of pizza boxes. Now, if you know your stuff and you're privy, you know exactly what pizza stands for, and that's probably what they're talking about and referring to on this alleged leaked call. Pizza, for those who don't know, I'm gonna make it very clean. It has to do with children and selling.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Now, in this alleged phone call, he starts talking about someone named Jay. People are speculating that may be Jay-Z, but there's no confirmation.
In a twist that no one saw, coming, he names Justin Combs as a co-defendant. According to Jones, Justin was present at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, events where young women were drugged and forced into disturbing situations. One of the most shocking claims in Jones's lawsuit? A picture of Justin Combs with an underage girl. Jones
details this morning in the sex trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors now claiming that from behind bars, Combs has been trying to reach out to victims and possible witnesses. And ABC's Phil Lipoff is here now with this story. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Gio. Diddy's lawyers trying for a third time to get him out on bail, but this time, the prosecution telling the judge about attempts they say the rap mogul made from behind bars to influence everyone from potential jury to alleged victims. This morning, prosecutors leveling new accusations against Sean Diddy Combs, saying he poses a serious risk of danger even from behind bars as he awaits trial. In a court filing late Friday, prosecutors detailing the steps they say Combs is taking while locked up to reach out to prospective witnesses and influence public opinion to affect potential
alleges that not only did Justin facilitate these dangerous parties, but he was also involved in a cover-up of a shooting outside Diddy's studio in 2022. Justin Combs has denied all allegations, stating that he wasn't involved in any criminal activity. His lawyer, however, has refused to comment on the picture that surfaced.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges of racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution, and trafficking. He denies any wrongdoing. The government now asking a judge not to grant Combs' third request for bail, in which the music mogul offers a $50 million bail package citing new evidence and changed circumstances.
What is the truth behind these claims? And who is really behind this web of deceit? But it gets worse. Allegations surrounding Justin go beyond just party scenes. According to Jones, Justin was part of an operation to silence witnesses, going as far as trying to cover up a violent shooting, making sure everyone lied to the police to protect Diddy. As if that weren't enough, Christian Combs, Diddy's other son, has now been dragged into a separate chilling law.
That nigga named Freaky Man. I look at his kids and everything. It's more deeper questions that I be wanting to know. Like, why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets? He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother no gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
About Quincy, right?
I don't know.
Lawsuit. 26-year-old stewardess Grace Omar K claims that Christian sexually assaulted her aboard Diddy's yacht in December 2022. According to Omar, what was supposed to be a wholesome family trip quickly turned into something far more sinister. Christian allegedly spiked her drinks with drugs, pressured her to drink more, and sexually assaulted her while she was incapacitated. Christian has yet to respond publicly, but sources close to the family say that he's doing everything he can.
And you read about Diddy's phone being tapped because the news came out that his former bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Dunn 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy. She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough. You didn't tell me about that. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
No, I got a phone call from Kirk Burrows.
To distance himself from his father's criminal activities. We've received several tips from inside sources who claim that Christian's behavior has always been erratic, especially when it comes to the people around him. But this is something entirely different. If these allegations hold, we're looking at something that runs much deeper. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team continues to fight for his freedom, offering a $50 million bail package and attempting to buy their way out of this crisis.
Describing rampant drug use among sex workers and celebrities who came on board. She believes that the alcohol on the yacht had been laced with drugs because she says women would have one drink and then almost immediately pass out or start falling over. This is, by the way, something that it was also alleged in Jones's lawsuit that Combs would spike the drinks of different people. But focusing on Christian Combs, Well, Markey says that Christian Combs had been staying at a villa on the shore.
He said they have allegations that he and his associates were trying to tamper with witness testimony last year so that they wouldn't cooperate with the government. What do you take away about who has the stronger argument in terms of bail?
Well, I think his counsel has done the best they possibly can. I think bringing him there voluntarily is very smart, starts them out on the right foot. But I think
But prosecutors aren't convinced. They've unveiled disturbing details of Diddy's alleged attempts to influence witnesses from behind bars, including one phone call where he instructed his son to destroy key evidence. In an alarming prison phone call, Diddy allegedly uses coded language to instruct his son to get rid of the pizza boxes, a reference insiders believe to something much darker. We're getting leads from everywhere, friends, enemies, even family members. Diddy's empire is built on intimidation.
Why is that not a fair outcome?
What he did here is on a magnitude of unlike anybody else you could imagine. A week after these public searches were televised, he gave us his passport. His children gave us his passport. He then paid off the mortgage entirely on his Miami home, $18 million. It's instructive that he's going to have a bail package ready so that if he was arrested, he would have something ready so that he could get out the next day and show the judge he's taking this very seriously, which he is, which is why 12 days ago, Chris, when we thought there's an indictment that may be coming, he flew to New York the very next day. And that's an extraordinary move for a defendant who's been under investigation that he's been aware of for at least 6 months. He has done everything somebody under investigation can do. I can't think of anything else that he could have done.
And we know the Combs family is well versed in keeping secrets, but now the truth is starting to leak out. But the drama doesn't end there. As part of Diddy's bail proposal, his entire family is reportedly willing to sacrifice everything to get him out, handing over their passports, offering up their multi-million-dollar mansion, and even giving up their rights to a potential book that could expose the family's secrets. In a stunning move, Diddy's children are fighting to stop the publication of a book allegedly written by their late mother.
Trial lawyers, former federal prosecutor, joining us tonight from Los Angeles. Thanks for joining us today. Are you surprised that he's being held without bail, and what does that tell you?
I'm not surprised he's being held without bail because these are very serious allegations, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, some of which carry mandatory 10-year sentences in federal prison. That means the judge can't go lower than amount. And of course, we know that Diddy, at least allegedly, according to the indictment, has threatened some of these witnesses and tried to bribe them. So given the nature of the charges and the fact that there's a presumption of detention for some of them, Diddy is being treated just like any other criminal defendant, despite his fame and his wealth.
Mother, Kim Porter. The book contains shocking revelations about Diddy's operations and his role in these crimes, but they aren't letting the truth out that easily. In another leaked call, Diddy instructs his associates to intimidate potential witnesses, even naming public figures who might be involved. As things get even more bizarre, the DA in the case mysteriously resigns just as the investigation intensifies. What does...
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or in...
What does this mean for the future of this case? Are Diddy's sons in too deep to get out? Or will they continue to defend their father no matter what? As the trial looms closer, we'll continue to watch this twisted saga unfold. The allegations, the cover-ups, and the family loyalty, all Of it leads us to one terrifying conclusion. There's more to this story than anyone could have imagined.
Taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine? He had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs or little tape recorders. I mean, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men,